Hey guys, my name is Matt. For 2 weeks, we're living in this 2016 28.5 foot Fun Finder by Cruiser RV while we're down here in Florida. Let's go take a look at it. So this 2016 Fun Finder is 28.5 feet long. It's about 5,100 pounds empty, and it is a bumper pull tandem axle trailer. But the bumper pull does use the weight distribution bars that go from the hitch back to the frame, and that takes some of the weight and some of the pressure off the truck. We pulled this 5,100 pound load plus a couple of hundred pounds of us, our gear, and all the stuff in the camper, probably close to about 6,000 pounds, with a 2017 F-150 crew cab short bed with the V8. It handled pretty well down the road, but when you get close to the semis, it definitely has a bit of sway. But going from Georgia to Florida on flat open highways really wasn't too much of a stress for this truck. So pretty standard on most, if not all, campers. We've got some storage up front. It's a pass-through all the way, going from one side of the camper all the way through to the other. This is where we put our tables, our chairs, our tools, anything we're gonna need outdoors when we're camping. Now on to probably my favorite part of the entire camper and camping as a whole is being outdoors and sitting under the awning. This awning is almost as long as the entire camper. It's probably about 22 feet long. It is adjustable, so you can drop down one of the sides. We did this recently during a rainstorm, so we were able to drain all the water off the awning off this side. Each side can drop down, so you can adjust the pitch either way, depending on where you want the water to go. As you can see, it's really easy to do. Inside is the control for the electric awning, so it comes in and out just with the push of a button, so you don't have to do any cranking or anything. There's plenty of room under here for our big ground carpet, our big ground mat. We can set up tables and chairs, and you could easily fit an entire picnic table and a grill under this awning, be out of the sun or out of the rain. All right, let's go on in. Welcome inside. We'll start in the kitchen. As you can see, we've got a freezer, fridge, power inverter. We've got a small oven. Some people call it a cookie oven. We're able to bake a few things in there. We've got our 3-burner stove, which works pretty well. Runs off the propane, which is mounted on the front hitch. Microwave, cabinet storage above, the sink, countertop, 4 drawers, and then under the sink we have access to all the plumbing, as well as the back side of the water heater, which is mounted on the driver's side rear of the camper. Pretty standard dual basin sink. It is small. I think I'd like to have just a single basin so you could fit more in there. We've got the removable cutting board, which adds counter space. It is handy. We just set it off to the side when we're doing dishes or when we're cleaning up. Pretty standard RV dinette here. We've got 2 benches with the dining table in the middle. Under each bench is storage. You can access it by either pulling these doors out or lifting up under the cushion. You can store plenty of stuff on each side. You can also drop the table down, move the cushions, and make a small bed, probably for a kid. I sure wouldn't want to sleep there. Above the dinette, we've got 2 cabinets for storage. We've got our TV secured by the bungee cord while we're going down the road. And if you move to the other side, we've got the slide and the couch. This is where we spend most of our time when we're in the camper. Since the bedroom's not very comfortable and you can't sit up in the bed, we really enjoy this couch. And with the slide out, it really maximizes the space and the openness of this RV. Moving forward toward the truck from the dinette and the slide, we've got some more storage, our coffee maker, and then a closet where we keep just a lot of miscellaneous things as well as some of our clothes. One side of the closet has a bar for hanging our clothes, and we've got shoes stored in the bottom, some clothes up top. and the other side of the wardrobe has shelves for clothes, Nova's tennis balls, and just more miscellaneous items. Directly across from this storage area and the slide is the bathroom. As you can see, there's a stand-up shower, a vanity, mirror with storage, a vent and skylight, a skylight over the shower, a vent and skylight over the vanity, and a Dometic RV toilet. The capacities of the tanks is 38 gallons for the black water, 38 gallons for the gray water, and I believe around 44 gallons for the freshwater tank if you're not on a city water hookup. Moving into the bedroom, we've got a queen bed for the queen. No slide in the bedroom, and this is where the hitch is, so the truck is up here. This would be kind of the front of the camper. The bed is fine, it's big enough. There's storage underneath the bed if you lift up. But we don't spend a lot of time other than sleeping in the bedroom just because it's a little cramped. There's only one window. You can't see out the side with the door, although there is a screen door. We've got storage overhead on each side and really handy storage for hanging clothes or storing shoes or whatever you might need on each side of the bed. So kind of a his and hers closet on each side of the mattress. The biggest downside with this bedroom is the shape of the front wall. Because this is the wall of the RV that's pushing through the wind, it is curved to make it more aerodynamic, but that means when you're in bed, you can't sit up because the entire wall leans toward you. So unless you had a huge pile of pillows here, there's really no way to sit up in bed, which is why we spend most of our time on the couch when we're not outside. Mounted just above the bed is a skylight and vent. It is rain sensing and remote controlled. So in the evening when we lay down, I open it, I turn on the fan, and the other night it started raining and I woke up to hear the motor closing it so that you don't get rain or water in if you forget and you leave it open when you're gone or at night. Really handy feature here. So that's a tour of the camper. Now let's talk about some of the things we'd change or things we don't like so much. First thing, kitchen. Nobody has ever complained about too much counter space. This camper definitely suffers from not enough counter space and not enough storage in the kitchen. If there was one main thing I would change, it would be more kitchen space, more countertop, and more cabinets for storage of food and kitchen related items like cutlery, plates, and dishes. Because we do a lot of cooking at home. I know a lot of people like to go out to eat, but Kelly and I both like to do a lot of cooking when we're at home, and that's the same for in the camper. Next, let's talk about the bathroom and the overall layout of the camper. I think the bathroom being in the middle of the camper does a good job of dividing between the living area and the sleeping area, but the problem with that is this camper is really only made to sleep two people. You could sleep a child or two on the dinette if you needed to, but for us, we're sleeping in the bedroom, we're living out in this space, and the bathroom being in the middle with a bedroom wall just makes the camper overall feel smaller than it actually is. I've seen much smaller campers that don't have walls between the bedroom and the living area that feel a lot bigger than this does. Next, the bathroom. I don't think a shower is totally necessary, not for us. We're in the campground. The bathhouse is maybe 50 yards away. So the added space this takes up, the added inconvenience of having to deal with a shower, just more to go wrong, just makes me feel like we would be better off here if we did not have a shower. The next thing relating to the bathroom is that the gray water tank for the bathroom and the gray water tank for the kitchen sink are two different tanks, which means when you want to drain the kitchen sink, you've either got to take your sewer hose and move it, or you've got to buy a separate sewer hose so that you can have the kitchen sink and the bathroom shower and sink drain at all times. If it were up to me, they would be plumbed together as one tank, or I would just change that system altogether. While no camper is perfect and there are certainly things we'd change, there are a lot of things we really like about this camper. The first is the overall size. At 28.5 feet, there's plenty of space to get up and walk around. One of us can be in the bedroom, one of us can be in the kitchen. We don't feel cramped. We've not felt like we're on top of each other in the last week whatsoever. One of the things we really like about this camper is the layout of the kitchen. The fridge is plenty big for all of our frozen and refrigerated foods. We have no use for a cooler. The 3-burner stove and the oven have served us really well for the last week. And the dual basin sink have given us plenty of space to put dirty dishes and then wash other things off in the other side. So it's been really nice for that. A couple more things we've really enjoyed about this camper are the slide and the couch area. I can't imagine being in a camper without a slide because it just adds so much to this space. It is a small space, but when the walls are further apart between the dining room wall and the wall behind the couch where the slide is, you just feel like you're in a much larger space than it actually is. Our favorite aspect of camping is spending time outside. We don't come camping just to sit inside the RV. We want to be outside and enjoy this Florida sunshine and warmth in January. So the size of the awning and the outdoor area is definitely our favorite aspect of this camper. If you have any experience with the Fun Finder by Cruiser RV, please let us know what your experiences are. Any tips and tricks, any issues you've run into and how to solve them. We'd love to read your comments about your Cruiser RV because it'll help us on our RV journey.